love that we've known each other for a bit, and I think I've tried to get you to IF Gathering every single year.
Oh, she's doing it on camera. She's doing it on camera.
Why do you say no? I love it.
That's good.
I respect it so much. Why?
It is
every year. What happens?
Basketball season.
Basketball season.
And
I get it. Yes.
Yeah, my boys, that exact weekend happens to always be the weekend they're going to be at regionals.
I know. So it's big, and I
appreciate you. I appreciate you understanding.
Oh,
like
because if you look at Jenny's calendar, you would think it would be fuller, and it says on there. It says on there football season.
Thanks for giving me that permission.
You know what?
Because I'm doing the same thing. I pulled back. My son's a senior.
Yeah, girl, you got to be there at all the senior stuff.
I want to be home.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah,
good for you.
It's good, but I watched you do it. I remember before I was near this thing, or ever thought I would be near this thing. You pulled back, and I can't remember. It was an interview when your kids were younger, and I don't remember where it was, but I remember thinking, like exhaling for you, and thinking that feels brave. And I don't know what it felt like to you then, but
well, it just felt like I get to do this once.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. I get to do this one time, and we have had to make some tough decisions, but it hasn't felt like a loss. I always feel like whatever God has for you or for me, it's gonna. I'm not missing out because I said no to this opportunity, and we've said no to big things.
Yeah.
Whether it's a movie thing or
because you've been asked to be in multiple movies.
I know it is true. I bet it's true.
Anyway,
she's like actually she's a movie star.
You know that you could act like that, like
girl, no.
That was amazing. Okay, let's just derail for a second. I haven't told you.
Yes,
I think I texted you.
Yes, I love
but I didn't tell you. Like that just came out of you. That was crazy. But yeah, I like that. I think it's good to hear that from you. Like to hear you can turn down things. This isn't some race to hustle.
No.
And the church is big, and God seems to accomplish His purposes.
You know, Michael Hyatt
there are other people that can do it.
Yeah, Michael Hyatt says that his wife has always told him when he's stressing out about an opportunity that he might miss, or she'll say, "There's more where that came from."
That's so great.
There's always more where that came from.
And even if there's not.
And even if there's not,
that's
okay.
I feel like when we say no, we're making room for the person who's supposed to be there.
Good. That's so good.
We're making room. We're not filling shoes that we were never meant to fill anyway.
I love how Wynter does this, and we joke about it all the time about me calling her and her not answering the phone. But then if I'm hunting her down, like I'll call Jonathan's phone, or like answer me, she'll just like we're having dinner, or I'm helping with the kids with the homework. Like you're very intentional.
What did I say?
At the same time, I said intentional. She said antisocial.
What's happening here? I was all like,
but I'm just saying, like,
unintentional.
People who are watching, who are going to say, okay, well, I've got to say no because it's the football season, or like even the yeses could be the special things and override the little things. But that could be on both sides. Like ministry can be yeses, but also like your family yeses don't have to be to the big things. It doesn't have to be to the regional tournament.
Exactly.
It can be to dinner. That we are
Yeah.
reserving this time, and our devices are put away, and we don't answer until we're done with our evening family time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if that's hard for you guys, or if you've always done that, or
it's only hard. I'm a little bit intentional, a little bit antisocial, so it does feel a little normal, but it only becomes hard when I compare it to other people. Because it looks like I'm kind of slacker, or I'm not pushing, or not. So then it becomes
I understand
hard
that feeling. Like
because then it's like,
but
I kind of, especially for me, like my whole ministry was because I have 4 daughters. Like, how silly would it be for me to ignore my 4 daughters?
doing ministry.
Because now God called me to ministry. You know what I mean? It's kind of, it just, so anyway, but it can feel very much like I'm supposed to want to do more. And I'm like, actually, I'm okay.
And I also feel like, I really do feel like we have given this, not intentionally, but the breadth of what women's ministry looks like now has given this idea that you need to strap your baby on your back and go off to India and be a missionary, or you need to strap your baby on your back and be on stage and you can breastfeed in the back while you go off.
I can do
it.
I can do that.
I know.
I could probably lay down the law, share the love of God, and breastfeed. I probably could, but anyway, average.
But you haven't breastfed twins.
I didn't.
You win. You win.
On both sides, just like this.
Oh,
Okay. What I was gonna say.
I never thought about that.
It's really interesting to watch.
I bet.
Oh my
Things have to
gosh.
go different directions.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
And it's really uncomfortable for people that actually don't like people watching them.
Yeah, and I was watching like this.
How do
We're
you do
talking
that?
about it on camera.
But I was going to say, I think we have made people, women, feel small. That choose not to go off
go
into
off.
the sunset of ministry and just enjoy being with their baby.
No.
And I'm saying, I'm using baby as an example, but it could be that God has just called you to this, and you feel like you're supposed to be off charging, into the forefront of everything.
Yeah.
And no, I say, what has God called you to do right now? What does that look like? Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it, and let's not make each other feel bad, like we've got to be doing more, we wish we were doing more. Just enjoy resting with God.
Yeah.
There were two questions I'd ask. I call them the masterminds. It's a group of interns and girls who just want to be a part. And you may have answered it, but I want to ask it the way that they asked me to ask you. How do you keep your passion from feeling like work when it is work? And then the second thing is, how do you?
Because it is work.
Because it is work. How do you tame the pride that can come from the fame of being a well-known speaker? Or
Yeah, Jenny, tell us.
Priscilla. That's hysterical. Next to her.
I can't wait to hear this
So
answer.
passion is
gosh.
work, and taming the pride that, I just think we have to be honest and say it can happen if you don't keep it in check.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with that one first.
Okay.
I've actually found that to be a funny thing, because I feel like I get, as soon as I might get to enjoy an ego for
You have
5
kids.
seconds.
You have kids.
Well, not just even at home. It's like something on the internet. Like, it's just, it feels like, or I'm having as soon as I get comfortable, something. But I'll tell you the biggest thing, and this is not, I wouldn't wish this on anybody, but the last 5 years have contained more of the beautiful work of God than I could have ever imagined. And it's gone further than I could have ever imagined. However, it has contained more suffering than any years prior. And I thank God for that most days, because I know
Personally,
why.
you mean? Or?
Personally and right up close to me. And most of it I can't talk about.
Yeah.
But some of it's public. I mean, my dearest friend in the world, about the month we launched If Gathering, had a massive stroke and still can't speak. And we FaceTime yesterday. Like, she's one of the things I'm saddest leaving in Austin. But we're like sisters. We'll stay very close. But walking through that. So like, I remember going to Catalyst, and I was gonna go get picked up by the car and all this stuff the next day. And the night before, we're unpacking and organizing her pantry, because she just moved, and at that point she's still like with a cane, and you just don't get a big head. Like, you just don't feel impressed with Catalyst. Like, when you're unpacking your 37-year-old friend's pantry that has lost her kids because of a divorce in the middle of her I mean, it's so unthinkable. And some things with my sister as well that we've walked through in these years as a family that you just, I'll never be able to say things publicly that have happened and to her, and you just go, okay, there's no all of it loses any glitz or glamour. If anything, it's harder, because you almost just don't have an appetite, you don't want to fake it. You don't want it to be a performance. You want to go, if anything, it makes you Chris Kane-ish, where you're like, what the heck is this thing?
Yeah.
I thank God for it. I don't wish it upon even myself, but I'd be scared if it hadn't happened alongside of it, I think. But it's a funny world of money and Jesus and fame.